And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Alamo Convocation Center, where tonight it's round 2 of district play, the second time that Central Catholic and Antonian will battle. Bobby Stotzenberger with you from historic Alamo Gym, otherwise known as Alamo Convocation Center, built in 1949. This great rivalry here tonight between the two biggest Catholic schools in San Antonio. Second go-around, the first go-around, it was Antonian with the victory, 66-58. As the Apaches come in perfect 4-0 in district play, 30-7 overall in the season play. Central is 15-17 overall. They're 1-3 in district play. They need a win to clinch a playoff berth either today or next Tuesday against St. Dominique Savio. We had a chance to catch up with Coach Bruce McConaughey of the Central Catholic Buttons moments ago. We're now visiting with Bruce McConaughey, the head coach of the Central Catholic Buttons. And Coach, last time out, it was a great game against Antonian. You guys were really hitting the threes, and it kept you guys around, but it kind of went cold at the very end, and they were able to pull away to win the ball game. How do you change that all around here today?
We always talk about just playing a full 32 minutes, and we did have a good game. They're a very good team. We played very well, and, we just kind of emphasized just playing 32 minutes.
Well, obviously, Antonian's been the favorite in this district all along. What would a win over them, besides the rivalry and all that, what could that do for your team headed towards the playoffs?
Oh, that'd be huge. That'd give us a great boost, great confidence boost, and hopefully we can get that done.
All right, so what are the keys tonight?
I think we've got to stop their penetration, and then I think if we just rebound and a little better, I think we'll be successful.
All right, Coach, good luck to you.
Thanks, Bobby.
That is Coach Bruce McConaughey of the Central Catholic Buttons. We also caught up with Rudy Bernal, the head coach of the Antonian Apaches moments ago as well. Now visiting with Rudy Bernal, the head coach of the Antonian Apaches. It feels like home over here at Alamo Gym for you. You spent a lot of years over here.
Many years. I've coached lots and lots of games in this building, and I really like playing here.
All right, so it is officially a home game for you guys. Last time at St. Mary's, it was a great game. Central shot the ball really, really well. Do you expect another great performance out of them as you being their chief rival?
Yeah, I think the rivalry game, they get a lot out of it. I think both teams enjoy playing against each other and bring out the best in each other. So I don't see them, coming out any different. So we just need to be ready to play.
With your team, with the experience that you have, and last year experiencing the loss to Central, do you think the kids remember, like, hey, we may be better than them, but they're going to give it, they know the rivalry aspect and how a team can maybe play above what they're normally capable of?
Right, definitely. And, we talked about that after the last game, that, I think they probably played about as good as they can play. I think we have another level we can get to, and again, we talked about this before. This is step 5 for us. Step 5 for the playoffs, and we're looking forward to trying to get better, and that's what it's all about, playing your best.
All right, Coach, go get them.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Rudy Bernal. That's the head coach of the Antonian Apaches. We're back with Antonian versus Central Catholic next as high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company continues on TexasSportsProductions.com.
Don Rackler here with 3 reasons why you should call John Wayne to the rescue this winter. 1. While the temperature is low, so are our prices. Everything is on sale. Plus, AC and heating equipment is 50% off. 2. Take advantage of our 5-year 0% financing with no payments for 5 months. 3. John Wayne is the most trusted name in home services with over 8,000 5-star reviews and has been awarded the BBB's 2019 Torch Award for Business Ethics. Call John Wayne today for your free estimate.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.
Swiftwater Car Wash is your premier self-serve total car care center with state-of-the-art soft-touch automatic car washes and self-serve bays with premium tools to get your car powerfully clean. We are environmentally friendly and take pride in using Ecologo certified Turtle Wax Pro soaps and waxes. Locations are equipped with powerful vacuums, shampooers, and vendors stocked with everything needed to get the inside of your vehicle clean. Our 12 convenient locations are open 24/7. See our website for a location near you and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates on our upcoming new phone app.
Catholic Antonian, Bobby Stotzenberger with you as the starting lineups are about to be introduced. They're introducing Central Catholic. We'll go ahead and introduce Central Catholic as well. For the Buttons, they will start Julian Sanchez wearing that number 0, a 6'2 junior averaging 11.9 points per game. Joined by Joseph Palomero. He's a 5'10 senior. He averages 8.6 a game. Christian Caldwell is a 6'2 senior. He's the team's leading scorer at 14 points a game. Jacob Ibarra is a 5'9 senior. He's averaging 3.8 points a game. And then Max Peebles is a 6'7 senior, the tallest player on the floor tonight. He's averaging 7.7 points per game. Bruce McConaughey is the head coach at Central Catholic. And now we'll take a look at the home team here tonight. The Antonian Apaches, as they are being introduced, we will introduce them as well. For the Apaches, they will start Gavino Ramos, one of the best players in the city, a 6'2 junior, averaging 23.1 points, 7.1 rebounds, 5.2 assists, and even 3 steals per game. He's a good one. Santiago Ochoa is a 6'3" freshman. He's averaging 13.7 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. Devin Grant is a football commit to Colorado, 6'4" senior. Pretty good basketball player as well. He averages 11.4 points, 8.9 rebounds per game. Brian Armstrong is a 6'3" junior, second on the team in scoring at 15.2 points per game, and then 9.4 rebounds per game. That's the team lead for the Apaches. Then Freddie Amaro rounds out the lineup. He's a 6'4" junior. He's averaging 10.7 points and 5 rebounds per game. As you look to your monitors, there's the Antonian Apaches in the white unis. Home team here tonight at Alamo Gym. The Central Catholic Buttons, the road team, in the navy uniforms. As always with this great rivalry, we got a good crowd on hand, a lot of them still filing in. Again, Central, the top 3 teams in the district make the playoffs. Central has not punched their ticket yet. They need to win either tonight or next Tuesday night at St. Dominique Savio to guarantee a playoff spot. Antonian is already in. They're the defending state champs. Devin Grant against Max Peebles, and the tip is controlled by Antonian. We are underway from Alamo Gym. First shot of the game, right wing side 3 is missed by Ochoa. Rebounded by Central Catholic. Buttons moving right to left as you look to your monitors. Front court to our left. Caldwell off to the left wing side to Palomero. Last go around, Central Catholic made 12 three-point shots and stayed in the ball game against an Antonian team that is widely considered the superior team this season, as Caldwell holds it out on the perimeter. Man-to-man defense here by the Antonian Apaches as Palomero bluffs the 3, gets it out to Ibarra at the top of the key. Swing it left now to Caldwell, and now a foul away from the basketball called. This is on Devin Grant. That'll be his first. Team first on Antonian. Lob in comes in to Caldwell. Now over to Palomero. Jacob Ibarra backs it up and fires it over to Caldwell. Caldwell was in foul trouble much of their first game, but he's a good scorer for the Buttons, averaging 14 a game. Ibarra will get it to Caldwell, guarded by Armstrong. Can't get around him on the baseline and bounces it over to Peebles. Still no score here. Central being very methodical on this first offensive possession, as Julian Sanchez out on the perimeter, guarded by Gavino Ramos. Super patient possession here, and probably to their favor for Central Catholic. Here's a drive in by Peebles, and he gets the foul, or rather Caldwell does. Count the basket and one as they call the foul on Gavino Ramos. Ramos tried to take the charge there. Caldwell gets the basket and the foul, so the Buttons with a 2-0 lead and a chance to add to it here at the free throw line. Great aggressive move there by Christian Caldwell as he makes the free throw to complete the three-point play. 3-0 Central Catholic. Just underway here on TexasSportsProductions.com. Second possession for the Antonian Apaches, ranked number 1 in the city by our poll, number 2 in the Express News poll. As a bounce pass underneath to Devin Grant for the lay-in, makes it a 3-2 game. 2 minutes into this contest, Central Catholic with the 3-2 lead as Ibarra drives the left side of the lane, stops his dribble, and then fires it wildly across the floor and out of bounds. That was intended for Julian Sanchez, who was actually cutting to the basket, and looked like Ibarra thought he was going to stay out on the perimeter. Instead, it's a turnover by the Buttons. Apache ball with a chance to take the lead. Gavino Ramos was actually scoreless in the first quarter against Central Catholic in game 1 and ended up with 24 points. That tells you how good he is, as Ramos going to be called for an offensive foul. Check that on Ochoa. Ochoa offensive foul. That's 3 fouls already on Antonian. 3-2. Central with the lead and the basketball. Ibarra penetrates the lane. Left-hand shot off the glass and in for Jacob Ibarra. Nice drive there and a spin off the glass for a 5-2 lead. Ramos tries to answer. He gets to the rack but gets fouled before. Jacob Ibarra is going to be called for his first. Let's think about Gavino Ramos. It seems like
checking in for the Buttons, number 2, Rodriguez.
as Ramirez comes in now for Aiden Rodriguez, I should say, comes in now for Central Catholic, as Ramos will drive right of the lane, put it off the glass, no good, but he's fouled. He'll shoot 2 this time, as the foul's going to be called on Joseph Palomero. That'll be his first.
Palomero foul. 2 shots for Ramos.
Gavino Ramos at the free throw line. There's his first point. He's an 85% free throw shooter this season for the Apaches. They actually gave the points to Central there. That was a mistake. Now you see the correction, 5-3. Second shot by Ramos is good. Gavino Ramos, known by his teammates and friends as G. Just keep it simple like that. Give me the first initial, and that's all we need. You know you're good if you can go by your first initial, as Sanchez misses one off the glass. Rebound, Antonian. Ramos all the way to the rack, misses. Rebounded by the Buttons as Sanchez hauls it down, gets double teamed, and bounces it over to Palomero to bring it up. Joseph Palomero races it up the left sideline, and now we'll fire it over to Sanchez. He'll go baseline, loses a handle, saved out of bounds by Ramos. Apache ball, they start the break. Grant into the lane, floats one up, no good, off the back of the iron, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in, and Devin Grant fouls on Max Peebles. And there you see the athleticism of Devin Grant, Colorado football commit, with his 4th point there. His free throw, however, no good. He's 51% from the line as the Apaches take the lead on that basket. 6-5, Antonian with the lead. Central Catholic with the basketball. Caldwell floats one up on the baseline. Tough shot that goes for Christian Caldwell. And the Buttons regain the lead. Answer by Armstrong on the three, right wing, no good. Peebles grabs the board. Central basketball. Peebles will dribble it up for the Buttons. Hand it off to Caldwell trailing. As the Buttons have a 7-6 to lead and the basketball. Caldwell, right of the lane, floater on the baseline, short. Rebounded by Freddie Amara, and he's fouled in the backcourt. That'll be number 2 on Joseph Palomero, as Jacob Ibarra will come in for Central. Palomero will come out. Christian Caldwell also out of the game for Central Catholic. And Joseph Devoro is in for the first time. Past the midway point of the first quarter, the Buttons lead the Apaches 7-6. High post, Gant goes in, drops it off underneath, missed by Amaro. Rebounded by Peebles. Fire it down floor to Sanchez for the lay-in. Great pass there by Palomero. Check that on Ibarra with the pass. On the assist, and Sanchez with the lay-in. Gives Central Catholic a 3-point lead that is erased by that three. By number 3, Gavino Ramos, NBA range there for his 5th point to tie it at 9. Ibarra guarded in the backcourt. Comes across by Ochoa on the defensive side. Over to Devora in the middle. Looks back to Coach Bruce McConaughey for the play. Spins around, tries to get around Armstrong and carried the ball. And a turnover by Central Catholic. Christian Caldwell took a really short break, and Josh Devora is now out of the game. He's just a freshman. Caldwell, the senior, back into the game for Central Catholic. Bobby Stotzenberger with you from Alamo Gym. One of the great rivalries in all of San Antonio high school basketball, maybe the best true rivalry game in the city. In fact, this game tends to draw so many fans that they play here and at St. Mary's, because the home gyms for these schools is not big enough to accommodate. So they have to move it to a bigger facility. Thus the Saturday afternoon game instead of the normal Tuesday, Friday schedule. Apaches with the basketball, trying to regain the lead here as Armstrong goes over to Ramos, floats one up. That may have been partially blocked. Ramos thought he was fouled. Caldwell takes it up the floor now for Central Catholic. Over to Ibarra. Holds, tapped his nose for the play. Starts on the right side to Sanchez. Sanchez around a screen, give and go to Peebles. Peebles gets fouled by Armstrong, who apparently got a piece of his face there. No shooting foul though, so that'll be on Armstrong.
21, Joshua Devara back in for Central Catholic.
Josh Devara will come in for Max Peebles, who got hit in the face on that foul, so he'll come out and rub some dirt on it, I suppose, as Ibarra throws it into Aiden Rodriguez. Now to Sanchez, back to Ibarra. Ibarra guarded by Ochoa, backs it up. Now to Devore, swing it left side now to Caldwell. Caldwell, top scorer on this team, trying to find some room, can't. Now Devore has it in the jump circle, back to Ibarra between the circles now. Left side again to Caldwell. Caldwell on the dribble drive, floats one up wildly, miss, rebound and lost by Freddie Amara, out of bounds. Last touch by the Apaches as Khalil Warfield will come in now for Antonian. Freddie Amara, 6'4" junior, checking out of the game. Of course, Khalil Warfield, the quarterback from the state semifinal football team, coached by Van Fushak, who just retired last Friday. A miss by Sanchez in the lane, and then a foul on the Buttons. Aiden Rodriguez is called for his first. So 5 team fouls now on Central Catholic, 4 on Antonian. A 9-9 game. The pace of this game is a little more favorable towards Central Catholic. Antonian is perfectly capable of going half-court offense in their They also like to run, as we saw in the contest against St. Mary's. They can get up and down the floors. Gavino Ramos floats one up in the lane, and that's his 7th point. So smooth this young man is, G. Ramos, with his 7th point, as we're down to 35 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Apaches with the 2-point lead. Ibarra brings up the buttons to the right side of the floor. Off to Caldwell. Caldwell guarded by Armstrong. Loses his handles, and the ball goes out of bounds. So almost an unforced error there, as with 18 seconds to go, down to 10 seconds to go. Under 10 seconds left here. Grant, top of the key to Armstrong for 3, missed. Tip-in attempt by Warfield is no good, and that ends the first. After 1 quarter of play, from Alamo Gym, the Antonian Apaches 11, Central Catholic Buttons 9. You're watching high school basketball, presented by John Wayne Service Company on TexasSportsProductions.com.
Deco Pizzeria is San Antonio's first choice for savory, artisan-style pizza, award-winning made-to-order jumbo wings, mouth-watering calzones, generous sandwiches, and crisp, tasty salads. Handcrafted cocktails and full selection of beer are perfect for happy hour and for joining your friends to watch the big game. Deco Pizzeria, 2 locations, in the Medical Center at 2026 Babcock Road and in the Deco District at 1815 Fredericksburg Road. Come into Deco Pizzeria today and mention this basketball game ad to get $10 off your order.
Hi folks, Joel Dolly here with the Mission Open Air Market. If you're looking for some real bargains, we've got over 1,500 vendors to deal from. So come on out to the King of Bargains. You'll never know what you're going to find. The Mission Open Air Market open every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll see you here.
Ready to go here, quarter number 2 from Alamo Gym. Central Catholic trails by 2, but they'll start the second quarter with the basketball, as Jacob Ibarra brings them across. Thomas Martinez into the game now for Antonian. Warfield on the defense against Caldwell. Back to Ibarra, around a screen, dribble penetration, floats it off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Martinez, stripped from behind by Ibarra. Back to the buttons it goes. Another dribble penetration, this time Sanchez with the miss. Fights for his own loose ball, and it goes out of bounds off of Devin Grant. Last touch by the Apaches. Just underway here in the second quarter of play. Apaches and Buttons. We've been very happy to bring you their both football game and their second basketball game against each other. This is such a tremendous rivalry in all sports. Is the steal there by Armstrong. He'll go all the way in and lay it up for his first bucket of the game. Brian Armstrong with the steal. He's got 2 points now, inbound, and a foul called on Thomas Martinez. That is team foul number 5 now on the Apaches. Nobody more than 1, as the Buttons will bring it up. Sanchez across the timeline, middle of the court, over to Rodriguez for 3. No. Peebles with the rebound, gets double teamed immediately. Spins, holds, got to get rid of it. He'll fire up a tough shot that goes. Max Peebles with defenders all over him. Gets the bucket. There you see the shot there with Warfield all over him, as Max Peebles called for the foul on that drive in by Gavino Ramos. So 2 shots for Gavino Ramos. Khalil Warfield could not have had better defense there on Max Peebles, but Peebles able to make a wild shot go, as Ramos makes his 3rd free throw and his 8th point of the game. 3-point lead for Antonian. Second shot now. Good. 9 for Ramos. Still just a junior off of last year's TAPS 6A state champion. Apache's going to try to repeat this year. They've got the tools perhaps to do it as Caldwell trapped in the backcourt. Fires it to Ibarra, then to Sanchez. Now Peebles will shoot an air ball three. Caught on the other side by Armstrong. And then he is fouled by Aiden Rodriguez. Number 2 on Aiden Rodriguez, and that's team foul number 7. And so Brian Armstrong will have a 1-and-1 free throw here as we have a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout by Central. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on TexasSportsProductions.com.
We made USAA insurance for members like Kate, a former Army medic made of the flexibility to handle whatever Monday has in store and tackle 4 things at once. So when her car got hit, she didn't worry. She simply filed a claim on her USAA app and said,
"I've got this."
USAA insurance is made the way Kate needs it. Easy. She can even pick her payment plan, so it's easy on her budget and her life. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Swiftwater Car Wash is your premier self-serve total car.
All right, so 1-and-1 here for Armstrong. First shot good, so Armstrong will have his second. Brian Armstrong, another 2-sport star, 6'3" junior, receiver on the football team. 67% from the line this year, makes both free throws. Biggest lead of the game for Antonian. 6-point edge here as they press, and Devora almost traveled, gets it back across the timeline. Now over to Ibarra. A little pressure on the defensive end now from Antonian. Let's see how the Buttons handle it. Caldwell along the right sideline. Will back it up near midcourt. Stops on the baseline. Boy, what breaks there by Christian Caldwell to shake the defender and make the jump shot for his 7th point. Buttons hanging around. It's a 17-13 Apache lead. Here's Gavino Ramos. Right wing side to Ochoa into the corner. Warfield throws it to Martinez. Wide open three. No. Caldwell with the rebound for the Buttons. Gets it to Ibarra, the 5'9" senior point guard. Throws it left side to Sanchez. Sanchez at the free throw line, kicks it back to Devora for 3. No. Rebound Warfield, stolen by Sanchez, but he loses it out of bounds.
Checking in for Antonian, 23, Dante Okpala.
Dante Okpala will come into the game now. He was really big in that victory on January 28th, 66-58. He made a couple of threes and played great defense. You see him number 23 out there for Antonian into the game for the first time as Ochoa throws it down low to Warfield for the miss. Rebound, Central Catholic. Caldwell fouled at midcourt by Warfield, who looked a little frustrated. That is foul number 6 on Antonian. And so next one will be bonus for Central Catholic. Inbounds goes to Caldwell in the backcourt. Off to Ibarra. Ibarra fires it over to Caldwell on the right sideline. Now he'll try to dribble around. The defender does. Puts it off the glass, no good. Tips his own rebound. Still loose. And picked up by Antonian. Ochoa races the other way. Around the defender. Misses the lane. Ibarra was ready to take a charge. It was a nice move by Ochoa, but he couldn't finish it. And so Central has the basketball, trailing by 4. Right at the midway point of the second quarter of play. Devora penetrates, puts it up with the right hand. No. Ochoa grabs the rebound. He'll start it up floor to Martinez. Back to Ochoa with 3:52 left in the second. Apaches lead it by 4. Pull-up jumper at the jump circle is short by Ochoa. Rebounded by Caldwell. As Amaro and Devin Grant set to check in. Next stoppage for Antonian. Here's a three that's good. Julian Sanchez from the right wing side makes it a 1-point game. Great shot there over Warfield, and then a foul on Central Catholic coming down as Dvorak commits his first. Ticket. They call it on Ibarra, not Dvorak. And that will send Gavino Ramos at the free throw line for the 1-and-1. First shot. No good. 85% free throw shooter, but he misses that time. It's a little different in this gym. You shoot to a seated side that way, and then on the other side it's a wall, which is more like a typical high school gym. So you got two very different backdrops depending on which way you're shooting here at Alamo Gym. As Caldwell on the dribble, guarded out there by Ramos. Looking for a screen from Sanchez. Step back jumper that's blocked by Ramos, saved by Grant. Break the other way, Ochoa puts it up and in, and the foul. That was a tremendous sequence by the Antonian Apaches, and it started with the block shot right here by Ramos, and then the save by Grant. Incredible job there by the the Antonian Apaches. As Ochoa finishes it with the basket and one.
One shot for Santiago.
Ochoa's free throw, no. But the Apaches get it right back. Here's a three, yes. Santiago Ochoa misses a free throw, and then as the Apaches get the rebound, he ends up with a three-point shot. Tough pressure defense now as Armstrong collides with Caldwell and commits his second foul. That'll be team foul number 7. What a sequence there for Antonian off the missed free throw.
15, Brian Armstrong.
And that allows Ochoa to score all 5 of his points on that sequence. The layup, the missed free throw, then the 3 by Santiago Ochoa, the 6'3" freshman. Now has 5 points. At the free throw line for the 1-and-1 is a Christian Caldwell for Central Catholic. Buttons trying to stay in this one, but Caldwell misses the free throw. Rebounded by Antonian. Ochoa trying to get around Gio Favorado, and Favorado reaches in and commits his first foul, and that is now team foul number 9. Number 10, I should say. 2 shots now. Double bonus for Antonian. A timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on TexasSportsProductions.com.
Pick and pull.
Your new home for Texas high school sports is TexasSportsProductions.com. Watch live broadcasts of Texas high school sports from around the state. Listen to live radio coverage of Texas high school sports from around the state. It's all right there for you on TSP through TexasSportsProductions.com. Did you miss the game or want to see or hear it again? Visit the archives on TexasSportsProductions.com. Get into the game today with TSP and TexasSportsProductions.com. The Central Catholic Buttons have used 2 of their 30-second timeouts here in the first half. They still have 3 full timeouts remaining. Antonian has yet to use a timeout, as there is a spot on the floor that is being looked at. Not sure what that was all about, but they're checking the floor. All right, so double bonus, and Santiago Ochoa, the 6'3" freshman, is at the free throw line for the Apaches. First shot rattles down. He is a 60% shooter from the free throw line this season, averages 13.7 points a game. Good numbers for a freshman, also 5 rebounds and 5 assists per game. So Coach Rudy Bernal's got a good young player there to support the future of this program. Makes both of them that time as we get a foul. Or did we just, no foul. They're just going to call Alvarado losing the basketball here, right? Well, a little surprising they didn't call a foul there, but the Apaches get the turnover and now can increase their lead. Here's a 3. Yes. Ochoa. Santiago Ochoa has scored the last 10 points of the game for Antonian. As Caldwell tries to answer, misses. Rebounded by the Buttons. Devora puts it back up. No good. Rebound, Ramos. 3-on-2 fast break, dishes it off, but a block at the basket by Rodriguez. Good defense there by Central Catholic as Caldwell gets hammered by Devin Grant. Watch the block here. Good positioning there by Aiden Rodriguez. That foul, the 8th on Antonian, and it will send
1-1 for
Christian Caldwell to the line. He's 1 for 2 tonight from the free throw line. First shot, no good. It's going to be tough for Central if they can't make free throws, as Ramos quickly back the other way, draws contact, and will shoot 2. Joseph Palomero called for his 3rd foul already. He may have to sit the rest of this half, as Antonian has built an 11-point lead, looking for more here with Ramos at the free throw line. First shot good. Devin Grant checks out with 2 fouls. Khalil Warfield is back in.
One more for Gavino.
Gavino, G. Ramos, second shot. Miss. Rebound Buttons, pressure in the backcourt. Caldwell will try to run past it over to the sideline and knocked out of bounds by Ramos. Tell you what, one thing about Antonian is they can crank that defense seemingly anytime they want to. They can be a smothering defensive team. They kind of get a feel for the game, and then they start putting the pressure on you. As Caldwell stops his dribble, nobody to throw to, but he gets it to Peebles, who has it knocked away as Akpala went for the steal. Nearly got it too. Central needs to close this quarter good, as Antonian has dominated the second quarter, then an inbound turnover. Ochoa falling down towards the basket, but they're going to call the foul on Julian Sanchez. In this quarter, it's been a 17-7 run by Central Catholic. 2 shots here for Ochoa, who has 10 points coming to the line here, now 11, all in this quarter.
One more shot for Santi.
One really big difference in this game versus the first time around at St. Mary's, Central Catholic only has 1 made 3-point shot. They had 12 makes at St. Mary's. That's going to have to improve if they're going to have any chance in this game. As Ochoa sinks 2, he's 4 for 5 from the line now, and he is the game leading scorer with 12 points, all in the second quarter. Winding down to a minute to go here. Pressure in the backcourt again. Buttons having trouble. Rodriguez, they'll fire it up. Ramos steals it. Ochoa with the lob. Moorfield couldn't complete it. Now the ball saved in to Ochoa, who floats it up, no good. Swing it. Ramos three. Good. What a second quarter by Antonian, and it starts with that pressure defense. There you see the second three-point make by Ramos tonight. Dante Okpala commits the foul. And now the Buttons will walk the other way for free throws. I believe that's number 9, so still a 1-and-1 here for Joshua Devora. This time, free throw is good. The Buttons defeated St. Dominique Savio the last go-around. They'll play them on Tuesday in Austin. Second shot missed as the Apaches get the rebound. Even though Central beat Dominique Savio of Austin their first time in district play, if they lose to them in Austin, then it'll be positive points will decide who goes and who sits home for the playoffs, provided, of course, that Central can't make a big comeback in this game as Christian Caldwell fouls Gavino Ramos. So G. Ramos at the free throw line for 2 shots. First one is good. He's got 14 first half points. And he's 6 out of 8 from the free throw line.
One more shot for Ramos.
Second shot is good. 9.7 seconds to go in the first half. Sanchez has it stolen. Ramos will put up a 3. Fouled shooting a 3. Oh boy. And they're going to call Caldwell with his second foul. 3 shots now for Gavino Ramos. This is very different than the first game in January between these two ball clubs. Central's not making threes. Antonian is creating turnovers, and so instead of a close game, which is what we had the last time, so far it's been all Antonian, especially in this second quarter, as they have now built a 20-point lead. And Coach Rudy Bernal said in our pregame interview, this is about building and getting better each game and preparing yourself for a long playoff run. Last chance here for the Buttons. Sanchez will fire the 3 that's no good. That second quarter, all Antonian, and they lead Central Catholic at the break. Antonian 38, Central Catholic 17 at the half. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on TexasSportsProductions.com.
Do you know what optimism can do? Whatever it wants. We've seen it unlock resilience that makes the impossible inevitable, inspire generosity to put families back on their feet, and give Davids courage to throw rocks at Goliaths. At Frost, we believe optimism can change lives emotionally, physically, and financially. And with your help, we're going to prove it.
Deco Pizzeria is San Antonio's first choice for savory, artisan-style pizza, award-winning made-to-order jumbo wings, mouth-watering calzones, generous sandwiches, and crisp, tasty salads. Handcrafted cocktails and full selection of beer are perfect for happy hour and for joining your friends to watch the big game. Deco Pizzeria, 2 locations in the Medical Center at 2026 Babcock Road and in the Deco District at 1815 Fredericksburg Road. Come into Deco Pizzeria today and mention this basketball game ad to get $10 off your order.
Hi folks, Joel Dolly here with the Mission Open Air Market. If you're looking for some real bargains, we've got over 1,500 vendors to deal from. So come on out to the King of Bargains. You'll never know what you're going to find. The Mission Open Air Market open every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll see you here.
There you see the dance team of Antonian High School performing here at our break as we welcome you to our halftime coverage. Let's take a quick watch in as we watch these young ladies perform for Antonian High School. There you see the performance from the Antonian dance team. We'll give you our first half numbers in just a moment. We'll take a break and we'll be back with the first half stats after these messages. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on TexasSportsProductions.com. For Texas High School Sports is TexasSportsProductions.com. Watch live broadcasts of Texas High School sports from around the state. Listen to live radio coverage of Texas High School sports from around the state. It's all right there for you on TSP through TexasSportsProductions.com. Did you miss the game or want to see or hear it again? Visit the archives on TexasSportsProductions.com. Get into the game today with TSP and TexasSportsProductions.com.
Two different products that lower the temperature in your cooling system.
Great for bugs on the front of the car.
You got your wax here, you got your power wax. Generators, pressure washers, lawnmowers, you name it, they got it for it. VP Racing is now offering Antonian unleaded, which is safer for your street cars, safe for your O2 sensors, your catalytic converters, to get an increase in octane boost by pouring straight to the gas tank.
Turn your old junker into cash. Pick and Pull is the largest auto recycler in South Texas with over 4,000 parts cars. We need your old car or truck to feed the beast. Go to pickandpullsa.com for details. Pick and Pull. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and save.
Swiftwater Car Wash is your premier self-serve total car care center with state-of-the-art soft-touch automatic car washes and self-serve bays with premium tools to get your car powerfully clean. We are environmentally friendly and take pride in using Ecologo certified Turtle Wax Pro soaps and waxes. Locations are equipped with powerful vacuums, shampooers, and vendors stocked with everything needed to get the inside of your vehicle clean. Our 12 convenient locations are open 24/7. See our website for a location near you and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates on our upcoming new phone app.
Bobby Stotzenberger with you at half. Antonian 38-17, a big second quarter by the Apaches to take a commanding lead. Let's take a look at the stats. Central Catholic with just one made three-pointer in the first half. They're 2 of 5 from the line. The one made three came from Julian Sanchez, who has 5 total. Christian Caldwell with 7. Jacob Ibarra has 2. Max Peebles has 2. And Joshua DeMora with 1. For the Apaches, they have made 4 3-point shots. They are a whopping 16 out of 20 from the free throw line. Gavino Ramos has a couple of threes and 18 total points. He's 10 of 12 from the line. Santiago Ochoa has 12 points, all of them coming in the second quarter where he made 2 threes. Devin Grant has 4 and Brian Armstrong with 4. So just 4 Apaches scoring in the game so far, but they've amassed 38 points as the Apaches outscored the Buttons 27-8 in the second quarter of play after it was 11-9 at the end of 1. And so the Buttons have some work to do to try to get back in this one. Let's see what they can do when we return with the second half of action after these messages. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on TexasSportsProductions.com.
By pouring straight to the gas tank.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.
Two different products that lower the temperature in your cooling system.
Great for bugs on the front of the car.
You got your wax here, you got your power wax. Generators, pressure washers, lawnmowers, you name it, they got it for it. VP Racing is now offering Antonian unleaded, which is safer for your street cars, safe for your O2 sensors, your catalytic converters, to get an increase in octane boost by pouring straight to the gas tank.
You run to your car, you head for work. This guy cut you off. Man, what a jerk. You need a new bumper, there's no need to rumble. At Pick and Pull, they'll save you a bundle. If you're in an accident, don't be no fool. For auto body parts, think Pick and Pull.
Hi, I'm Joel Dolly, and welcome to the Mission Open Air Market. You'll find acres and acres of bargains on toys, tools, clothing, and we've even got a farmer's market every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. You'll never know what you're going to find, and I'll see you here.
Care Center with state-of-the-art soft-touch automatic car washes and self-serve bays with premium tools to get your car powerfully clean. We are environmentally friendly and take pride in using Ecologo certified Turtle Wax Pro soaps and waxes. Locations are equipped with powerful vacuums, shampooers, and vendors stocked with everything needed to get the inside of your vehicle clean. Our 12 convenient locations are open 24/7. See our website for a location near you and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates on our upcoming new phone app.
All right, folks, we're ready for second half of basketball from Alamo Gym. Bobby Stotzenberger with you as the Antonian Apaches with a commanding 38-17 lead, outscoring Central Catholic 27-8 in the second quarter, breaking open a 11-9 game that they led after 1 quarter of play. So we're ready to go in the second half. Julian Sanchez, Joseph Palomero, Christian Caldwell, Jacob Ibarra, and Max Peebles. For the Buttons, Gavino Ramos, Santiago Ochoa, Devin Grant, Brian Armstrong, and Freddie Amara for the Antonian Apaches. So the Apaches will start with the possession. We're underway in the second half of play. Ramos will start the offense, flip it over to Ochoa between the rings. Now to Ramos, drives baseline, cut off, spins around and fires it back out to Amaro for 3. Good. Freddie Amaro's first points of the game, and it's a 3-pointer. 41-17. Here's a baseline floater that's good for Joseph Palomero. That's his first 2 of the night. In the corner, open 3, yes. How about that? Brian Armstrong with a trifecta. Game picking up pace here a little bit as Sanchez cut off on the baseline. (44-19). We apologize on the graphic there. We'll work on that to get that fixed. I think one of our cameras got bumped. Ibarra stops the dribble. Now he goes to Palomero. Back to Ibarra, but deflected out of bounds by Ramos. Inbounds goes into Caldwell. The Buttons are the visitors here tonight at Alamo Gym in the Road Navy uniforms. Ibarra around a screen. Tried to back it, throw it back to Peebles. Knocked out of bounds by Antonian's Devin Grant. The Apaches, the home team in white. As the inbounds comes in to Caldwell, he'll shoot the three, and it's good. Christian Caldwell with the made three. Central's going to need a lot of that in this second half. They're capable because, again, in the first matchup between these two, they made 12 threes. That's their second here tonight, as Ochoa will try to answer with a three. It misses, but catching the air ball on the other end was Ibarra, and he lays it in for his fifth point. 46-22. Caldwell is the best scorer on this team, and they got to get him and number 0, Julian Sanchez, more involved, as they are the two most prolific scorers on this team. As Ibarra tried to bounce it into Peoples, it goes off the leg. Brian Armstrong and out of bounds. Ibarra, lob pass, nice finish by Max Peoples. 46-24, good offensive play there by the Buttons on the lob in to Peoples. Grant underneath to Ibarra, lays it in. Devin Grant, he averages 2.7 assists per game. He gets one right there. And Ibarra has 7 points in this quarter. Pressure again by Antonian. Near steal by Ibarra, but he loses it out of bounds. Move on. 48-24. Palomero takes the inbounds. Dribbles it to the right side. Now penetrates. Nice drive baseline by Palomero, and he lays it in for his fourth point. 48-26. Ramos stalling some time here. Antonian certainly has that advantage as they've slowed it down a bit with the big lead. Ibarra back to Ramos for three. Yes. Third made three by G. Ramos, and he has 21 points. Inbounds pass for the Buttons. Sanchez makes an athletic catch on the sideline. Now he'll go on the penetration there and float one up and in. Julian Sanchez, the 6'2 junior, with his 7th point. 51-28. Just past the midway point of the third quarter of play. Ochoa, left side to Ibarra. Top of the key, Grant. Ochoa from the right wing. Puts one up high off the glass, no good. Peebles with the rebound. Here come the Buttons. Ibarra will find Caldwell. Caldwell leads the Buttons with 10 points. Guarded by Ramos. Penetrates, jumped back and fouled. I believe that's going to be a shooting foul. That is on Gavino Ramos, his second, and it is shooting fouls free throws for Christian Caldwell.
2 shots for Christian.
Christian Caldwell, 10 points so far tonight. There's number 11. Khalil Warfield will come in for Devin Grant, and Freddie Amara comes out. Dante Akpala is in for Antonian. Much different game than the first go-around. This was tight all the way until late in the fourth quarter when these two teams met on January the 28th. Antonian had such a big second quarter in this one that they've got themselves a commanding lead here in the third quarter of play. Ramos around a screen, gets jumped and went to a knee, but somehow got up without double dribbling. Now penetrates, floats one up. No on the double clutch. Rebound, Ramos gets it back, but there may have been a foul as Caldwell was knocked to the floor by Khalil Warfield. 2 team fouls now on Antonian. Here's Central basketball. Palomero. All 4 of his points in this third quarter. Step back by Caldwell. Good. Christian Caldwell with 14 points. 51-32. Ramos quickly back the other way. Drops it off to Warfield for the lay-in. Caldwell, double teamed, fires it across to Rodriguez. Rodriguez having trouble with the handles. Gets it back to Caldwell again. Caldwell floats it up left-handed, but fouled. Caldwell has kind of taken matters into his own hands, trying to create as Brian Armstrong commits his third foul. Caldwell's free throw good. 15 for Christian Caldwell. Thomas Martinez will come in for the Apaches. He'll replace Santiago Ochoa, who trots off the floor with 12 points. Central trying to get it under 20, and they do with that free throw by Caldwell. He's now 5 for 7 from the line and 16 points. If you're Central Catholic, you got to close out this last minute 30 well to have a shot in the fourth quarter. Ramos over to Armstrong. Dribble penetration, and shot nearly went for Brian Armstrong. Foul called on Aiden Rodriguez, but it's on the floor. That's number 3 on Aiden Rodriguez, as the Apaches will throw it in from the baseline. It goes into Armstrong for 3 and is short. Sanchez with the rebound, gets double teamed, but dribbles out of it. Now racing it up is Palomero. Over to Caldwell. Baseline drive, and Caldwell lays it in for his 18th point. Christian Caldwell having a heck of a game here. And now a block. Ramos blocked once, blocked twice. Peoples with the rebound. Double teamed and fouled. Now a little shove action between Peoples and Armstrong. And the officials step in and break it up right away. Let's see who they call the foul on. They call it on Warfield. That'll be his 3rd. And so Central Catholic ball. 4 team fouls now on Antonian. Brian Armstrong will come out of the game, and Devin Grant will check in. Minute to go here in the quarter. Sanchez races it down forward to the rack, misses. Good try there by Sanchez. Ramos the other way, switches hands midair, and it goes for Gavino Ramos, and he's got 23. 55-36. Peebles to Palomero. Palomero fires into the corner. Rodriguez for three. No. Rebounded by Devin Grant. He's fouled. Julian Sanchez commits his second foul, team foul number 2 on Central Catholic here in the second half. .26 seconds to go. As Ramos will hold it just inside the timeline. Eight seconds left. Ramos around a screen, throws into the corner. Martinez for three is short. Rebound put back, no, not going to count. But that will end the third with Antonian leading Central Catholic 55-36. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on TexasSportsProductions.com. For Texas high school sports is TexasSportsProductions.com. Watch live broadcasts of Texas high school sports from around the state. Listen to live radio coverage of Texas high school sports from around the state. It's all right there for you on TSP through TexasSportsProductions.com. Did you miss the game or want to see or hear it again? Visit the archives on TexasSportsProductions.com. Get into the game today with TSP and TexasSportsProductions.com.
Two different products that lower the temperature in your cooling system.
Great for bugs on the front of the car.
You got your wax here, you got your power wax. Generators, pressure washers, lawnmowers, you name it, they got it for it. VP Racing is now offering Antonian unleaded, which is safe.
Welcome back, basketball fans, on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in San Antonio. We hope you are having a good weekend, as it is underway with some gorgeous weather, and it's very Texas weather. It's cold and then beautiful. It's 70 degrees right now outside here near Brackenridge Park and the San Antonio Zoo, as Caldwell will try a three to start the fourth quarter for Central, and it's no good. The ball goes out of bounds. Now, about a week and a half ago, when we had Antonian at home against St. Mary's Hall, the Apaches had a pretty big lead going into the fourth quarter, I think 12. And St. Mary's Hall was able to rally and get within one eventually, as G. Ramos has his shot rejected. It's a little different story. 19-point deficit here, as Sanchez spins to the glass and lays it up and in. Nice move there by Julian Sanchez for the deuce. 55-38. Ramos gets a screen. Dribble penetration. Stripped. Out of bounds. Last touch there by Ramos. Officials discussing whether that went off of Ramos or not. As Jacob Ibada will come in for Central Catholic. Aiden Rodriguez out. Inbound for Antonian. G. Ramos. Fires it into Martinez, who gets it back to Ramos. 7 minutes left in the contest. Ramos, floater in the lane, yes. Count it, and one for Ramos.
Count the booking. Fouls on 0, Sanchez.
Number 3 on Julian Sanchez. Gavino Ramos already 10 out of 12 from the free throw line and 25 points. And he completes the three-point play with that made free throw.
Brian Armstrong and Santi Ochoa back in for the Apaches.
Armstrong and Ochoa come in. And Martinez and Akpala check out for the Apaches. Central Catholic breaks the press. Caldwell attacks. Spins it off the glass, no good. Loose ball comes down to Devin Grant. To Armstrong. Armstrong to the basket. No good, but he's fouled.
Offensive foul on Antonian.
No, they're going to call offensive foul. No? What did they have? Yeah. Offensive foul going to be called on Armstrong there. That's his 4th. Rudy Bernal has the luxury of a big lead here, 20 points. So even if Armstrong fouled out, the Apaches are likely to win this game anyways. When you get in a close game, you get a little nervous when one of your star players is in foul trouble like that. The Buttons will try a 3, missed by Favorado. Rebound Apaches. Ramos runs into Favorado, who commits his 2nd foul.
Fouls on the Buttons, number 20, Gio.
That's just reaching in. Favorado knew if he doesn't reach in there, Ramos likely blows past him, as Central will take a full timeout. Timeout on the floor by Central Catholic. 20-point lead, Antonian. You're watching high school basketball, presented by John Wayne Service Company on TexasSportsProductions.com.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.
Two different products that lower the temperature in your cooling system.
Great for bugs on the front of the car.
You got your wax here, you got your power wax. Generators, pressure washers, lawnmowers, you name it, they got it for it. VP Racing is now offering Octanium Unleaded, which is safer for your street cars, safe for your O2 sensors, your catalytic converters, to get an increase in octane boost by pouring straight to the gas tank.
Welcome back to Alamo Gym. Central Catholic has 2 full timeouts left. Antonian has not taken a timeout tonight. They haven't needed it. They've dominated this basketball game. So here we go with the Apaches basketball, and a blocking foul called as Ochoa goes in hard. And the foul going to be called on Gio Favorado. That'll be his 3rd. And a shooting foul for Santiago Ochoa. Ochoa has 12 points tonight, all of them in the 2nd quarter of play. There's just so many weapons on this Antonian team. They have a shot, folks, of maybe going back-to-back. Plano John Paul is certainly a threat, and we hope to bring you the Apaches playoff games. We could go 2 rounds with them with our video streaming. The state tournament, which is rounds 3 and 4, semi and finals, is taken over exclusively by TAP. So we can hopefully bring you 2 rounds with this great basketball team, as they look tremendous tonight, as well as Ochoa makes 1 out of 2 on that trip. 59-38 Apaches. They continue to press. Devora fires it up to Caldwell. Caldwell double teamed. Over to Devora again. Back to Caldwell. Thought about long range three. Now spins towards the basket. Strip. Apache's back the other way. Nice pass. Oh my. Ramos made a great pass to Armstrong, who hyperextended. Watch his leg. Oh, his ankle, right ankle or something, that did not look right. He was going to try to go up with it, maybe to even dunk it. It looks like Armstrong's okay, but that was a scary moment as he landed awkwardly trying to plant to go up for maybe a dunk or a lay-in. Thank goodness it looks like Brian Armstrong is okay, but that was a scary moment. Kind of his right ankle and maybe hyperextended knee a little bit. Let's take a look here. Right, yeah, you see the right ankle? Hey. That kind of makes you gasp a little bit. Seeing a player of his caliber potentially get hurt. So what does he do? He steals the inbounds pass. And instead of trying to dunk it home, Armstrong just gets the lay-in. Playing it safe that time, Brian Armstrong. Just when you thought he was hurt, he steals the inbounds and goes coast to coast. He's a good one. Buttons back the other way. Sanchez for three, short. But it goes off of Ochoa out of bounds. (61-38). Lob in to Rodriguez. To Caldwell. Caldwell stripped again. Armstrong again. Off to Warfield, and he has it picked by Palomero. Then it goes to the floor. Loose ball. Caldwell. Jump ball. And the possession arrow will give it right back to Antonian. Nice strip there by Palomero. Both teams going to the floor there on the loose ball. And Antonian will take a full timeout. So a full timeout by Antonian, their first. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on TexasSportsProductions.com.
Off your order.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
There you see the huddle for Antonian. As the Apaches are on the verge of 5-0 in district play. They can have a clean sweep of the district, but it won't be easy. They'll get a rematch with St. Mary's Hall on Tuesday at St. Mary's Hall. That is a possibility for us as a streaming game, but we have never been to that facility, and we understand that it may be a little difficult to pull this off, so we'll have to take a look at that first. Armstrong will try a three. Rim, top of the backboard, and then out of bounds off of Central on the rebound. Central Catholic will be fighting for their playoff lives on Tuesday in Austin as Grant gets fouled going up. Foul is on Christian Caldwell. That'll be his third.
2 shots for Devin.
Top three teams go. Antonian is in. St. Mary's Hall is in as Devin Grant misses a free throw. If Central can beat St. Dominic Savio Tuesday, they are in for sure. They beat St. Dominique Savio on January 31st, 79-72, so that's 7 positive points. So for Central to get into the playoffs, they either need to win the game. There you see the standings. Central on Tuesday, they either need to win the game, and that's actually updated since then, folks. Antonian's actually 4-0 in district play. But, well, actually, they will be after. No, they are right now. They beat all 3 teams, and they beat St. Dominique Savio twice, so they're actually 4-0 in district play. Sorry, folks, we're just updating the standings as we put our graphic on the screen. But for Central Catholic, it's very clear they won by 7 against St. Dominique Savio in the first round of district play, so they have to either win the game in Austin or lose by less than 7 points, and then they'll get into the playoffs. And I'm sure Coach Bruce McConaughey would rather go the win route versus having to rely on a point differential. Either way, the Buttons have their work cut out for them just to get into the playoffs. Here's a free throw on the 1-and-1, and this missed. Actually, that was a second shot by Devin Grant. He misses both. Central gets the rebound. Buttons probably hoping to close this out well and at least have some momentum heading into the final regular season game. Mostly subs in right now for Central Catholic, as Ben Rios, sophomore, is into the game. There you see number 44. Ibarra's a senior. He has the dribble off to Rios. Now over to Gio Favarato. 1 starter and 4 subs on the floor. Ibarra will try the 3. Miss. Good block out and a putback up and no good. Second time. No. Good battle there by Mitchell Porter. He had 2 shots at it. Couldn't get either one of them to go. Apache's back the other way. Foul on Ibarra. A basket by Amaro. And a chance for a 3-point play as Freddie Amaro lays in his 9th point of this half and for the game, and will go to the free throw line.
Number 11, one shot, Freddie.
Here's the free throw. Good for Freddie Amaro. 64-38. Past the midway point of this 4th and final quarter. Ibarra off to Rios. Bruce McConaughey's just going to let some of his bench players get some playing time in this one, as Favarato will jack a 3 and a foul on the rebound.
24, Ben Rios.
That is called on Ben Rios. And now Rudy Bernal, the head coach of the Antonian Apaches, will take his starters out, and fans on their feet here on the home side of the gym. The student section here at Antonian, they stand up from start to finish. And they do that in basketball, they do it in football. You don't need a seat if you're an Antonian Apache student. You're gonna stand up the whole game. And they show great enthusiasm for this great basketball team. Freddie Amaro makes the first free throw, misses the second, now foul the other way. This one's called on Parker Donathan. Parker Donathan, a 6'4" senior, into the game for the Apaches. Michael Free is also into the game for the Apaches, as well as Dante Okpala. 3-point shot, air ball by Favarato. Rebound Apaches. Okpala down the floor. Too far underneath, spins, goes baseline, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound Central Catholic, and the Buttons will bring it up. Seth Gomez, a 5'10 senior, also into the game now for Central Catholic. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. A big second quarter proved to be the difference in this one. After just a 2-point lead after one, a dominant second quarter by Antonian and a big lead at halftime, and they've never let up. As a shot inside by Porter, no good. He goes back up with it and fouled this time. Mitchell Porter, he's got to be getting frustrated. He's had now 3 shots underneath the basket. Couldn't get the first 3 to go, and then the fourth one he's fouled going up. So he'll have 2 shots, and Porter misses the first. He averages 2.9 points a game this season for the Buttons. Second shot now. No. And he almost got the rebound again. I think he was fouled again on the floor, but that's bonus. He's going to go back to the line. It's like Mitchell Porter needs to put a little more arch on his free throws. Michael Fry is called for the free throw. Mitchell Porter, 1-1 this time. Misses again. Gets a rebound again, and then tops it out of bounds. The basketball gods are trying to get Mitchell Porter some points. Here come the Apaches with a huge lead, and the backup's in. Except for Amara, he's a starter as he flips it off to Opala. Opala has his pocket picked by Favorado. Now a jump ball at midcourt, or near midcourt with Martinez. Possession arrow will. No, they're going to call a foul on Thomas Martinez.
Gio on the line, shooting 1-1.
Gio Favorado, free throw, no good. That's been another sore spot for Central Catholic tonight. They have been not very good from the free throw line, including missing their last 4 attempts. Fry has his shot rejected, minute 44 to go. Antonian has actually won this quarter 10-2. It was 55-36 going into the fourth, and Central's only scored 2 points in this quarter. And a foul away from the ball called on Parker Donathan. Just no offensive punch in this fourth quarter at all for Central Catholic. They've got 2 points. Ibarra looking for the dribble penetration. Spins. Off to Rios for the jumper. No good. Rebounded by Antonian. Martinez breaks it the other way. Off to Amara. Now Sakpala. Jumper left of the lane is no good. And a foul on the rebound, again on Antonian.
On white, number 40.
Parker Donathan's only been in the game for a few minutes, and he's got 4 fouls already. And it will be free throws for Central Catholic. Christian Caldwell was 5 of 7 from the line tonight for Central Catholic. But only 1 other made free throw by the Buttons, by the rest of the team, until right there when Favorado makes a free throw. That's his first point tonight. Favorado's second shot, and this one's good. 60-40, 65-40. Down to 45 seconds to go. Pala penetrated the lane and then backs it out to Amaro. Looks like the Apache is going to, it looks like they're going to run the clock out. Not a whole lot of point in Central fouling them. Amaro starts in, backs out, starts in again. As the Apaches are going to just run the clock all the way down. Apollo holds the basketball. And a reach-in foul on Favorado. That is team foul number 8. And so Dante Okpala, who scored 8 points in the first matchup between these two, is scoreless tonight, but has a chance here at the free throw line. 1-1. However, he misses. Out of bounds off Antonian. 7 seconds to play. Buttons should get the final shot here. Ibarra? Maybe. They won't even take the final shot. They'll dribble it out, and Antonian dominates with a 65-40 win. We'll be back with our post-game show coverage in a moment. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on TexasSportsProductions.com.
Deco Pizzeria is San Antonio's first choice for savory, artisan-style pizza, award-winning made-to-order jumbo wings, mouth-watering calzones, generous sandwiches, and crisp, tasty salads. Handcrafted cocktails and full selection of beer are perfect for happy hour and for joining your friends to watch the big game. Deco Pizzeria, 2 locations in the Medical Center at 2026 Babcock Road and in the Deco District at 1815 Fredericksburg Road. Come into Deco Pizzeria today and mention this basketball game ad to get $10 off your order.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Swiftwater Car Wash is your premier self-serve total car care center with state-of-the-art soft-touch automatic car washes and self-serve bays with premium tools to get your car powerfully clean. We are environmentally friendly and take pride in using Ecologo certified Turtle Wax Pro soaps and waxes. Locations are equipped with powerful vacuums, shampooers, and vendors stocked with everything needed to get the inside of your vehicle clean. Our 12 convenient locations are open 24/7. See our website for a location near you and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates on our upcoming new phone app.
Deco Pizzeria is San Antonio's first choice for savory, artisan-style pizza, award-winning made-to-order jumbo wings, mouth-watering calzones, generous sandwiches, and crisp, tasty salads. Handcrafted cocktails and full selection of beer are perfect for happy hour and for joining your friends to watch the big game. Deco Pizzeria, 2 locations in the Medical Center at 2026 Babcock Road and in the Deco District at 1815 Fredericksburg Road. Come into Deco Pizzeria today and mention this basketball game ad to get $10 off your order.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance. Because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.
Apaches remain perfect in district play with 1 game left. They're now 5-0, and they will play for the district title Tuesday night against St. Mary's Hall. They defeat their rival Central Catholic 65-40 as we welcome you to our post-game show coverage. It was 11-9 after 1 quarter of play, but a big second quarter gave the Apaches a 38-17 halftime lead. They maintained about the same level in the third quarter, leading 55-36, and then outscored the Buttons 10-4 in the fourth to win it 65-40. Let's take a look at the final numbers. Big difference tonight. Central Catholic with 12 threes in the first matchup between these two. Tonight they only had 3 made threes, and they were also 8 of 15 from the free throw line. Julian Sanchez had one of the made threes and 9 points for the Buttons. Joseph Palomero had 4 points. Christian Caldwell led Central Catholic with 18 points tonight, including a pair of threes, and he was 5 of 7 from the line. Jacob Ibarra had 2. Max Peebles with 4. Gio Favorado had 2. And Joshua Devora finished with 1. For Antonian, they made 7 3-pointers tonight. They were 20 out of 28 from the free throw line. Santiago Ochoa finished with 13. Khalil Warfield 2. Devin Grant 4. Brian Armstrong had 9. Freddie Amaro finished with 11, all in the second half. And Gavino Ramos, for the second time in this series, led all scorers with 26 points. Gavino Ramos had 3 made threes, and he was 11 of 13 from the free throw line tonight. And so, folks, we will sign it off from here as the Central Catholic Buttons fall to the Antonian Apaches. Final score again, 65-40. We'll be back on the air Tuesday night. We're winding down the regular season. 3 more games for UIL, 1 more for TAPS, and then we'll on to the playoffs, and we'll have a lot of the playoff games in the area for you right here on TexasSportsProductions.com. We thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again next week, Tuesday and Friday, right here on Texas Sports Productions. Once again, your final score from Alamo Gym, the Antonian Apaches 65, the Central Catholic Buttons 40. On behalf of our entire TSP crew, I'm Bobby Stotzenberger saying good night, everyone.